Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Young at Heart, session number 91. You've already had the tour of my room in several sessions long ago, and so I thought comfortable to be here to share with you our return to Nursery Rhymes from Mother Goose. This one comes directly from the Oxford Dictionary of Nursery Rhymes, edited by Iona and Peter Opie, who are classic children's literature academics. So, I thought I would start with the nursery rhyme for the alphabet. We've done one already, but there's so many variations. Such as, Great A, B, and C, and tumble down D. The cat's a blind buff, and she cannot see. Also this one. Great A was alarmed at B's bad behavior because C, D, E, F denied G a favor. H had a husband with I, J, K, and I. M married Mary and taught her scholars how to spell. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, N, V, W, and X, Y, Z. Now I've said my ABCs. Won't you sing again with me? Or many variations. There's also an article in here about how so many nursery rhymes were just spontaneously put into song. And the rhythms, of course, made it so. Or tap dances, as we found our nonsense verse from Lewis Carroll over the past several days. Now we have this very interesting little piece that goes back to 1870. Old Abram Brown is dead and gone. You'll never see him more. He used to wear a long brown coat that buttoned down before. They found children singing this in 1849, and it was documented. More than a half a dozen barns singing It Is Not Very Doleful Measure in August that year. I must premise, he said, that the children were playing the ceremonies attendant on a funeral. Interesting that there's not fear of being too morbid in these nursery rhymes. As we say, many of them go back to the 17th century, and I think it was a way to make children comfortable with the cycles of life, and also a little bit sometimes to defy death by singing about it. Now, here's another one similar. Poor Johnny's deed, that nice young man, that nice young man, that nice young man. He used to wear a fustian coat, a fustian coat, a fustian coat that buttoned up before. And this one. This poor old man is dead and gone, we shall never see him more. He used to wear an old gray coat, all buttoned down before. A little funny thing. It almost goes into a song, doesn't it? Remember that? Remember this old man, he played one. He played knick-knack on my gun with a knick-knack, paddywhack, give a dog a bone. This old man came rolling home. I wonder if this one would go to that tune. This poor old man, no, it doesn't. But it would have think up some tunes of your own. This poor old man is dead and gone. We shall never see him more. He used to wear an old gray coat, all buttoned down before. That was awful. You can do better. Now, the pièce de résistance, the featured selection of today's session, is entitled There Was a Man Lived in the Moon. It has echoes of everything I've just been sharing with you in this session.
Sorry, I'm not sure about that.
Oh my goodness, I have an Alexa and she just thought I was calling her. No! Stop. Goodbye. Now you'll see that this too could be put to music, but I won't try today. There was a man lived in the moon, lived in the moon, lived in the moon. There was a man lived in the moon, and his name was Aiken Drum. And he played upon a ladle, and he played upon a ladle, and he played upon a ladle, and his name was Aiken Drum. And his hat was made of good cream cheese, good cream cheese, good cream cheese. And his hat was made of good cream cheese, and his name was Aiken Drum. And his coat was made of good roast beef, good roast beef, good roast beef. And his coat was made of good roast beef, and his name was Aiken Drum. And his buttons were made of penny loaves, penny loaves, penny loaves. And his buttons were made of penny loaves, and his name was Aiken Drum. His waistcoat was made of crust of pies, crust of pies, crust of pies. His waistcoat was made of crust of pies, and his name was Aiken Drum. His breeches were made of haggis bags, haggis bags, haggis bags. His breeches were made of haggis bags, and his name was Aiken Drum. Now, haggis bags is a nice clue as to which country this particular rhyme came from. I may reveal the secret at the end of this selection or keep you guessing. Nonsense, you say, and I say all the nonsense is gone for a while. We're not returning to Lewis Carroll for at least a week or two. Part 2. Although it's not designated in parts, I just stopped for a little commentary. There was a man in another town, another town, another town. There was a man in another town, and his name was Willie Wood. And he played upon a razor, and he played upon a razor, and he played upon a razor, and his name was Willie Wood. And he ate up all the good cream cheese, good cream cheese, good cream cheese, and he ate up all the good cream cheese, and his name was Willie Wood. And he ate up all the good roast beef, good roast beef, good roast beef, and he ate up all the good roast beef, and his name was Willie Wood. And he ate up all the penny loaves, the penny loaves, the penny loaves. He ate up all the penny loaves, and his name was Willie Wood. And he ate up all the good pie crust, the good pie crust, the good pie crust. He ate up all the good pie crust, and his name was Willie Wood. But he choked upon the haggis bags, haggis bags, haggis bags. But he choked upon the haggis bags, and that ended Willie Wood. And that ended Willie Wood. All right. Did you get it? I think it's from Scotland. Yes, in fact, the commentary tells us so. A wonderful little tune. And it was put to a tune. And it appeared in the Dumfries magazine in 1825. There we go. I hope you had a delightful time with me. It's a beautiful day here in New York City. It's just hovering about 70. Or let's ask, well, I call my Alexa Echo. Echo, what's the weather here in New York?
In New York, it's 71 degrees Fahrenheit with mostly cloudy skies. Today, you can look for mostly sunny weather with a high of 73 degrees and a low of 59 degrees.
Wow. That's beautiful, from 59 to 73, hovering in those early 70s. It's quite perfect. I like going out on our roof here at the Paulist Fathers Rectory. We're a 6th floor building. We have a wide roof, and it's a great way to get fresh air without having to wear a mask. A lot of my brothers do prefer to put on their masks and go walking to the Central Park. There's usually a lot of people out on Sundays. It seems kind of normal, but most people are being quite careful, as we do need to be. You've seen the distressing news of recurrence of the virus for people who've been a little too cavalier or not cautious enough. So, you stay healthy, keep safe, and God bless. Thanks for joining me today. Have a wonderful Sunday afternoon. Bye, everyone.